today is the 14th of November 2025, and we have 3 new items added to the Final Fantasy XIV online store. As you can see, this includes 2 hairstyles and an account-wide mount. The mount in question is the Hovering Pot, which is account-wide. We've got the Hairscape M and Hairscape F, so the Omega-themed hairstyles as well. And basically, the mount is looking at £13.80 in the United Kingdom. We're looking at the hairs at £3.60 each, also in the United Kingdom. And if you're working in dollars, that is $24 US for the account-wide Hotpot and $5 US per hair. So let's go into the game and look at all of these items. There are 2 hairstyles then. We've got the Hairscape M, which is designed after Omega M. This is a short-ish, sort of spiky, trailed hair that goes upwards. Quite an interesting one. Has some interesting highlight options, as you can see, with the tip of those spikes, which isn't too bad. Not my cup of tea personally, though. And then we have the Hairscape F, which is obviously designed after Omega F, which has this long ponytail at the back with a clasp, and the highlight option goes kind of underneath the hair slightly, as well as on the 4 bangs at the front near the fringe of the character. This one I personally quite like, but of course these are not gender locked. So let's actually showcase that. So of course we've got some male characters here using the Omega F hairstyle, and I was surprised how good this looked. We used a Fantasia recently, so we still had a bit of time on that from the previous hairstyle video. Thankfully the Fantasia system has made it so I don't have to spend as much money in this game now. But yeah, this is basically what it looks like on a male character. I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't know it was going to look any good. I thought, maybe it's going to be a little bit But yeah, it looks pretty good actually, and I hope I've given you a good array of examples here, especially on Vieira there, the male Vieira. That looks really cool. I could definitely see picking that up in the far future on my alt if I play it for more than 5 minutes that's male. And the obviously vice versa with female characters wearing the Omega M hairstyle, which is okay. These aren't my cup of tea though. I prefer long, thick hairstyles. One day I hope to have a hairstyle down to my character's feet. That would be really cool. But yeah, we've got some cool iconic hairstyles. I do think it would have been nice to obtain these in the game, but you know, from something Omega related, but it's not too expensive on the cash shop as an optional extra if you want to pick these up. I thought we'd give a side-by-side there as well, which, yeah, they're really nice hairstyles designed after some unique and exciting characters. But yeah, that's one half of the items added. This then is the mount. So this is the Hotpot. As you can see, it is a giant hot pot full of veggies and meat and a spicy looking broth with a chimney in the center that seems to be emanating all of that goodness. It seems to be cooking via the crystal as well, like a little mini aetheryte crystal, which is quite cute, I suppose. The text on this then: summon forth your hovering hot pot, formerly a ritual cauldron. It now soars the skies while simmering with scrumptious morsels. Long ago, when a ritual cauldron was accidentally used to cook dinner for the Lord of Yangsha, a strange phenomenon occurred, which saw the vessel rise into the air like the fiery wheels of divine legend. Thereafter, subsequent generations of rulers took to filling the cauldron with various delicacies, which they enjoyed, even as they hovered in the heavens. The hidden text on this says, "What is this? It smells spicy." A quote of Erenville there. And of course, this mount doesn't have any special action or anything, but it is account wide. Looks pretty great as you slide around with your sizzling hot pot noises, blub, 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 in the background. Yeah, what's not to love? Your animations might differ between races, but you're basically staring the hot pot with one side of it, basically with this large ladle. Watch your stationary, and then when you start moving, you stand upright and hold onto the pole. And as you take to the air, it has a special sound effect. Totally not addicted to that. And we got these big clouds, basically. So the cloud mounts, the yellow cloud mount, if you remember correctly, basically they've reused that as an animation that swarms around it. It's pretty great, isn't it? Pretty great. It's a bit foggy here, unfortunately, at the time of recording. You might be wondering, does it have any special music associated with this mount? Yes. Yes, it does. That is a surprise, actually. A huge surprise. I'm trying to figure out what this music is. I'm still not really sure what that music is, but it's really nice to have special music for this. Really surprised. I thought it was just going to be the Palace of the Dead theme again, but yeah, very cool. It's obviously quite an interesting one. On the Chinese version of Final Fantasy XIV, where this first debuted, it had its own little animated story that they created for it, if I remember correctly. Which unfortunately hasn't been translated and uploaded for our region, but essentially there was like a tale of basically filling the pot with various ingredients and a warrior of light traveling the world finding ingredients. It's a shame we didn't get that like write-up and storyline, but yeah, it's an interesting one. It's definitely something that people will either love or hate, but a lot of people who are like, it's breaking my immersion. I mean, yeah. Yeah, you can't really argue about things when we have flying hotpots and flying cars and stuff, can you, in the game? It's a cool one, though. It's a cool one, nonetheless. Anyway, let me know if you picked up any of the items today. I know a few people have been looking forward to eventually getting the Omega hairstyles in a game, so that may be something that tickles your fancy, or if you want a giant hotpot mount for your entire account. Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? It's a shame that we can't fit more than one person on this. Be cool to put somebody inside a chimney, you know, like a Lalafell or something. I don't know. Anyway, much love. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.